My friend, take it from me. Less judgment makes the journey more fun. Instead of worrying about where we should be, we make room for where we could be. Whenever we let go of the idea that we have to be so much more than what we are today. We become great when we are no longer trying. We achieve success often when we are not looking. I once knew someone who had a desired goal to become a pranic being, a breatharian, sustained by the light. So this individual went to a retreat, spent time with other individuals who desired the same thing. During his time there, he realized by not eating and drinking, he felt better and better and better. He came out of that retreat going 2 whole weeks without ingesting water or food. And when he realized what he had done, what he had accomplished, an identity began to form. Days later, he found himself walking the streets, sustained by nothing but air. One day, one of his roommates at his humble abode offered him some kettle corn. It was in a small cup and seemed harmless. And so, knowing that he didn't need it, but not wanting to be rude or impolite, he obliged. And he popped the popcorn into his mouth, tasting, chewing, grinding his teeth for the first time in weeks. The sensation of the food coming into his system felt oddly foreign after so much time. And yet, a beast emerged, a familiarity with what it was like to taste, to digest, to consume. Even though it was a small quantity, the kettle corn felt like a rock in his stomach. His stomach, that being dormant for so long, now had something to process, to integrate back into his being. From this, an addiction for taste emerged with a vengeance. This individual started to go to every restaurant, every convenience store, every grocery store that would have him, where even smells used to be a luxury. Now he was gorging, binging himself on the strangest things, things that he had never dared to consume before. eating whole jars of peanut butter, going to Thai food places, scarfing down meals with noodles and soup, running to the restroom after the meal and throwing it up, vomiting, being in the guilt and shame frequencies of lack, scarcity, less than, not enough, feeling as though he had betrayed his body, feeling as though he had gone against his new identity, feeling as though he not only did a bad thing but was a bad person. Shedding tears as he looked down upon himself in the mirror with tacos, burritos hanging from his mouth. Going back on the cold streets to find a bagel, a pastry, a Danish, some chips, anything to satiate this insurmountable hunger, and finding out quickly that the ego is never satisfied. As he would walk from shop to shop in the night while no one was watching, finding the nearest tree or bush to vomit the contents within his stomach, seeing the transfer of energy going from his wallet to his palate, to his gullet, to his stomach, back to the garbage and the toilet, feeling as though he was flushing his life and his whole future down the drain. It took a while for this individual to battle himself out of that psychological nightmare. And the only way he was able to get free was to let his emotions be. You see, this individual was prolonging his suffering. This individual was avoiding his lust. Whatever he resists would persist. Whatever he would shame became a game. And when he felt that he was to blame, he almost went insane. But the moment he let go of his shame, he was able to be free from his pain, finding that acceptance, love, all the things that he had missed had been right there the whole time, waiting on him. And when he was able to give himself love and able to accept who he was, who he had become, without judgment. He found liberation. It was only when he stopped fighting that he won the war. It was only when he stopped running that he won the race. He thanked his body. He hugged himself. He sobbed. He cried. He asked his body to forgive him, even though his body knew it wouldn't be the last time. My friend, I tell you this story because less judgment makes the journey more fun. When you understand where you are in life, not needing to be where you think you should be, you embrace the place you are and make way for where you could be. You are the universe expressing itself in a certain form, vibrating at a certain rate. You have tendencies, you have feelings, you have emotions, you have a soul. And when you acknowledge these things that you have, when you acknowledge yourself in your being, you acknowledge God. You acknowledge the all that is. There's no need to fight, no need to run. There is no need. And when you lack nothing, the whole world belongs to you. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in Columbia, South Carolina. I trust you received an encouraging message on your journey, whatever your journey is in life, to not judge yourself too harshly. Have grace on yourself and realize progress is better than perfection. Keep moving forward. Even if moving forward takes you a couple steps back, don't allow it to stop you from giving life your all. Allow things to take place naturally, just as the nature you are. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if this is your first time receiving this podcast, subscribe for inspirational messages like this. If you'd like to support, head to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking that support button is much appreciated. Shout out and thank you to all the supporters who continue to donate, making it possible for episodes like this. Have a blessed day or night, wherever you are, my friend. And as always, take care.